Oh boy, I got some great news for GPU prices. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by AliExpress. AliExpress is an online store where you can find the latest tech products at great prices, and starting on August 22nd, they'll have incredible back-to-school sales on items like this Keychron K2 Bluetooth wireless mechanical keyboard, which uses double-shot hot swappable keycaps, a 4000 mAh rechargeable battery that's good for up to 72 hours, a Type-C connection if you prefer wired, and of course RGB. Or if you're looking for a new mouse, they have the deluxe M800 Pro RGB optical wireless gaming mouse with up to 19,000 dpi, customizable RGB, and a 1000 Hz polling rate. So if you're looking for some great deals on new tech products, be sure to click the link in the description below and use code BK2S15 to save $15 off orders of $100 or more. But hurry, because new users can get their first order for just 1 penny. Boys, you're in for a treat today because I got 2 pieces of news that I think are going to make you very happy, and it's all around the pricing of GPUs. And according to these stories, it looks like things are going to be getting a lot better in not too long. Now, this first piece of information comes from the website videocards.com, and here's what they had to say about GPU pricing. Quote, 2 Chinese outlets citing their own sources from the supply chain suggest that Nvidia RTX 30 graphics cards should get even lower prices by the end of this month. And then if we take a look at the actual quote, it says, according to the news from the supply chain, at the end of August, Nvidia and AMD will take more aggressive actions to reduce the price of graphics cards, of which Nvidia will cut prices more than AMD. So this is definitely some very exciting news, guys, but I got an even more exciting piece of information I want to go over with you in just a second. But first, let's quickly break this thing down. Now, at the very end there, they mentioned that not only Nvidia, but also AMD will be taking steps to reduce the prices as much as possible. And yes, that makes sense, but what I found a little bit interesting is that apparently Nvidia is going to be reducing their pricing even more than AMD, so that actually should put them in line roughly with the prices that we're seeing from AMD. And I think that's going to be great news for gamers who are looking to specifically pick up an Nvidia GPU, as right now AMD GPUs in general do typically seem to be a lot lower priced than their Nvidia counterparts. So it looks like both these cards should be coming in at much lower prices in not too long. So if you're someone who's sitting there and you're thinking about upgrading your GPU right now, I do think it would be a great idea to hold off at least 2 more weeks before pulling the trigger, unless you need it absolutely right now. Of course, there are some good options on the market right now, such as the RX 6600 and 6600 XT, but if you are able to wait 2 to 4 weeks, I do think you're going to see significantly lower prices, and I think it's going to be worth the wait. But why are AMD and Nvidia lowering their prices by the end of August? I mean, why would any company want to lower their prices? It doesn't make any sense, but honestly, guys, it makes a lot of sense because not only are GPU sales definitely way down from what they've been in the past, meaning that both these companies are basically going to be forced into lowering their prices, but there's an even bigger reason as to why GPU prices are going to have to come down in the near future, and that's because of cryptocurrency. That's right, the whole cryptocurrency market is about to get a lot worse, and cryptocurrency miners could potentially be dumping their cards all over eBay very soon, and here's why. Now, this information comes from ethermine.org, and here's what they had to say about Ethereum mining profitability. Now, the announcement starts out by saying, quote, important announcement, end of Ethereum proof of work mining phase, and it goes on to state, quote, after 7 long years of research and development, the mining phase of Ethereum will come to an end on the 15th of September 2022. After this date, it will no longer be possible to mine Ether on the Ethereum network using graphics cards, GPUs, or ASICs. Now, I went ahead and I actually took a look at the official post from the people who are actually working on Ethereum, and yes, it does look like indeed that Ethereum mining is going to come to an end on September 15th, or at least sometime around then, give or take a week. So we're getting really close to the end of Ethereum mining, and this is going to be an absolutely huge deal for people who are looking for GPUs, because a massive reason as to why you couldn't buy an RTX 30 series card for so long is because a lot of these GPUs were getting snapped up by miners by the dozens, hundreds, thousands, or even more in a single purchase, which was making it very difficult for gamers to get their hands on these cards. In fact, there were rumors going around that some GPUs were actually being sold basically directly to miners and weren't even making it to the retail space, which of course would make it entirely impossible for gamers to even have a chance at buying these GPUs. So there's been just a ton of GPUs sitting there mining for a very long time, and what's going to happen is when Ethereum moves to this whole proof of stake version and you can no longer use your GPUs to mine Ethereum, it's going to become a lot less profitable to mine on GPUs, because I know there's going to be some people who are going to say you can go ahead and mine some other sort of coin, but the problem with that is that, well, if you take a look at Ethereum, its market cap is much higher than any other type of coin that's on the market. So what's going to happen is as soon as it switches over, all these other miners, if they choose not to sell their cards, if they do choose to hang on to them and they move on to some other type of coin, or even they disperse across every single other coin, there's so many people mining on the Ethereum network right now that once they move over to these other coins that have a much lower market cap, what's going to happen is it's going to become a lot less profitable to mine as the difficulty to mine all these other currencies goes way up. So essentially, a lot of people are going to be making a lot less money mining, and in fact, in some cases, you might not even be making hardly any money whatsoever mining on a lot of these coins, which means that yes, some miners probably are going to go ahead and start liquidating their assets over on places like eBay and trying to get as much money as they possibly can before they're making basically no money at all. Not only that, but in a lot of places around the world, power costs are absolutely skyrocketing, making it again less profitable to mine on GPUs unless you have some sort of solar, wind, or water power. So a lot of people are basically going to get into a situation where they're not going to be making hardly any money mining whatsoever. And again, I do think this is going to lead to a lot of people going ahead and dumping their GPUs over on eBay. And I think that Nvidia and AMD also know this, and this is why you're starting to hear rumors of them cutting prices on new GPUs in the coming weeks and month, because they're going to have to compete with an absolute flood of used GPUs on the secondhand market, and it's going to make the current prices look really bad. So yeah, guys, in the next couple of weeks or up to a month from now, we could start to see a situation where you're seeing like 3080s for $500, maybe even $400 or below, and you're going to have an opportunity to buy a GPU at a really good price. So once again, just to wrap this video up, guys, if you are trying to buy a GPU right now, I do highly suggest you wait at least 2 more weeks, because I do believe that GPU prices can get much lower. But hey, that's just what I think. Do you think that GPU prices are going to continue to plummet, or do you think they're going to hold still? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to drop a like. Every time you do so, AMD and Nvidia get more stock. Also, if you want to see more, click here. You won't be disappointed.